Now we must differentiate Buddhist compassion from the compassion practiced by other teachings, external sect teachings. Because our Buddhist compassion is always with wisdom. It always comes with wisdom. If you want to practice compassion, you have to practice it with wisdom. Wisdom is a very important factor. Otherwise, you are not practicing really beneficial compassion. So the Buddha mentioned in the suttas how external sect ascetics practice the various external sect practices. And among them, he mentioned the compassion practices of the external sect ascetics. For example, the Buddha said, if an external sect ascetic goes on Pinabat, arms round, and he's about to accept food from somebody, and then he sees a lot of flies around. And then he thinks to himself, but this is not mentioned, he probably thinks to himself that if he accepts the food, then the flies will not have enough food to eat. So he refuses to accept the food upon seeing the flies, and he walks away. And then on another occasion, when he's about to accept the food, he sees dogs around. Also, he refuses to accept the food and walks away, probably for the same reason that he thinks by accepting this food, the dogs will not have enough food to eat. And then another time, if he's about to accept food from a woman who is suckling her baby, and then he sees that and he refuses to accept, probably thinking that the baby may not have enough milk to eat. So this is practicing compassion without wisdom. And then maybe surprising to some people, the Buddha also mentioned among the practices of external sect ascetics, vegetarianism, that they refuse to accept meat and fish. So this may be a bit hard for some people to understand, but I will try to explain later. But we can see that external sect ascetics, sometimes they practice vegetarianism overboard, sort of over the hill, like these Jains or Nigantas. Many years ago, when I was a young university student, I had a friend who later married, and then the father-in-law was a doctor from Burma. But in his young days, he practiced in India, and he said that he was called to a house one day to see an old lady. And when he went into the house, it was apparent to him that this was a rich family. And when he examined this old lady, he found that she was suffering from malnutrition. So he asked the son, what food does your mother eat? And then the son said, we are vegetarians. Then he thought to himself, vegetarians don't have to be suffering from malnutrition. So he asked his son, what exactly does your mother eat? Then the son said, we take vegetables. Then he asked the son, what type of vegetables? Then the son went to the back and brought some vegetables to show him. Actually, stale vegetables, no more green. Because to them, to some people in India, plants, including vegetables, have life. So when they are green, they have life. So they thought that it's not compassionate to take life. So green vegetables and fresh fruits we cannot eat. So they go to that stage where they suffer from malnutrition. So that is the Jains.